The snow fell quietly over the mountains of Kai Province, but the silence was a lie. Smoke curled into the winter sky. Ruins smoldered where proud banners once stood. Bodies lay half-buried in blood-stained snow. And among them, a young samurai pushed himself to his knees. His name was Daichi Takeda, heir to the smallest branch of the clan. He was only 19, and today, he had survived what no samurai was meant to survive: the complete destruction of his clan. The enemy forces had crushed them. Daichi's Lord Masayori, was dead. His brothers in arms, dead. Every friend he trained with since boyhood, gone. Only Daichi still breathed. But survival was not mercy. To a samurai, survival without victory was a curse darker than death. Daichi pressed his forehead into the snow, trembling. I should have died with them. His voice broke. He felt shame burning through his ribs like molten iron. The wind whispered across the battlefield, carrying the last echoes of war. Daichi could not rise. He could not breathe. Every breath tasted like failure. He was alone, and he was defeated. For 3 days, Daichi wandered the forest without direction. His armor dented, his blade chipped, his spirit crushed. He remembered every mistake he made during the battle. A wrong step, a hesitation, a moment of doubt. And doubt in battle is death. But what hurt more than wounds was the face of Lord Masayori, a man who believed in him, dying only meters away from him. Daichi replayed the scene again and again until it hollowed him from the inside. On the 3rd night, he knelt in the ruins of an abandoned shrine. The roof had collapsed. Half-burnt paper talismans fluttered like dying birds. Daichi whispered the same words repeatedly. I fell, I fell, I fell. He wasn't counting days. He wasn't counting breaths. He was counting defeats. The moon rose above the broken shrine, and footsteps approached. An old monk stepped into the ruined shrine, holding a small lantern. He was thin, weathered, and walked with the steady calm of someone who had seen many wars. He looked at Daichi for a long moment. Why do you kneel? The monk asked. Daichi didn't raise his head. Because I have fallen. The monk shook his head slowly. Samurai do not count how many times they fall, he said. They count how many times they rise. Daichi felt anger spark inside him. How can I rise? He said, voice cracked. My clan is gone. My lord is dead. I am a disgrace. The monk knelt beside him and wrote 2 ancient principles in the dirt with a broken stick. Nanakorobi Yaoki. Fall 7 times, rise 8. Fushicho no Kokoro. The heart of the phoenix, one who is reborn stronger after every fall. Daichi stared at the words. The monk continued. The warrior who cannot rise is dead even if he breathes. But the warrior who rises after defeat cannot be killed by any blade. Daichi clenched his fists. I don't deserve to rise. The monk stood. Then rise anyway. The monk brought Daichi to a hidden mountain hermitage, a place where defeated warriors once sought rebirth. And Daichi's training began. Simple at first. Carrying water up hundreds of stone steps. Splitting firewood with precise cuts. Meditating at dawn facing the rising sun. Daichi asked the monk one morning, Why am I doing all this? This is not warrior training. The monk replied, To rebuild a warrior, we must first rebuild the man. Daichi's hands blistered, his shoulders burned, his mind felt scattered. But every task ended with one command, rise again. Even when he failed, even when he dropped the water buckets or miscut the wood, the order was the same. Rise, rise, rise. The repetition carved itself into his bones. Chapter 4. Failure as Information. One morning, Daichi attempted a sword form, a kata his master once praised him for. He swung. The blade wobbled. His stance faltered. He stopped, ashamed. The monk said, Why did you stop? I failed, Daichi answered. The monk frowned. No, you received information. Daichi looked confused. The monk continued. Failure is not a sentence, it is a message. Every fall shows you what is missing. Collect enough information, and you will rise as a different man. This philosophy became Daichi's new weapon. He no longer feared mistakes. He studied them. He welcomed them. For the first time since the battle,